Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Holy! Merry Christmas! Hey everybody! How y'all doing? Oh yes, honey, we are live. We're live. We finally got an eyebrow pencil that works. Uh-huh. Merry Christmas! Sending you my love. Umekuja wewe ukanijibu maumivu yako karibu. Huh? Girl, what? Merry Christmas! We get ready to go outside. Baby, these eyebrows are popped. Come my way. Come my way. Ah. It's Christmas! Huh? Y'all know nothing about that. Oh! He killing it. I'm sorry. He killing that shit. Girl, what? What? To my song, to my soul, to my soul. Hey, that's that ish. Y'all. When you don't gotta know what I know what he's saying, but when you don't even gotta know what he's saying, and it's a banger. Yeah. Yeah. Better. Talk about how we feeling. Better. Merry Christmas. Yes, honey. Oh, child. I'm over here working up a sweat. And girl, if we don't learn how to do eyebrows, and I mean learn how to do them right now. Okay, this one over here higher than that one. Yes, it is. I could clearly see that. I could clearly see that that's what had happened. Oh, child. Uh, Welcome to the chat where we're about to clearly mess this makeup up today. Okay, we are doing the best we can with what we have. Okay, we are currently doing the best we can. We, as they say on the trains here, on the public transportation, the people say they collecting money because they're just simply trying to make the best out of a bad situation. Okay, that's what we doing with these eyebrows today. Okay, we are simply trying to make the best. For the record, I cleaned up all my makeup. Well, this ain't all of it, but this is a lot of it. I sprayed all my brushes. Okay, I took all my eyeshadows out and put them in their own bag. It's amazing how you can have all the right ish, but if you don't know what you're doing with it, you could literally have everything you need. But if you don't know what the heck you're doing with it, huh? Oh, we're going to talk about a couple of things today because I haven't been live. Somebody said, why she ain't been live? Huh. Please don't get me started, okay? Please do not get me started on why I have not been live, okay? It's a blessing that the channel's still up. I can't hear nobody, okay? I can't hear nobody, okay? They don't like that type of teaching. But truthfully, what's going on over there in the beef sector, I have zero interest in 0 cents. Okay? I have zero interest in 0 cents for what's going on in the beef sector. It's the same old, same old. Okay? The beef sector is pop moving right along. Okay? And then I get a notification the other day talking about someone you may know is on TikTok. Talking about some damn Sean Bradley. I said, if Sean Bradley, he is too old. If he don't get his old tail off TikTok, the hell you over there doing on TikTok? Still trying to get attention, child. And see, some people just don't grow up. Okay? Some folks don't grow up, and honey, okay? It be the same old. I guess I didn't do too bad. This one a little crooked. I could see that. Okay. Jesus is the reason for the season. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. Okay. And no, we don't know when he was born exactly. We have no idea if it was January 1st, December 25th. It could have been. I got a feeling the Lord was actually born on my birthday. Okay. I mean, if you want to get technical, the Lord was probably born on my birthday. Okay, girl, we don't know if it was March 2nd, April 23rd. Girl, who was keeping track of birthdays? Huh? But what we do know is that a Savior was born. Okay. Oh, that's what we know. He was born in a manger. Oh, yes, he was. How that song on? Mary was his mama, and Joseph was his earthly father. And some about how 3 wise men came from afar. Oh, if I don't know the words, I'll make them up because he's been that good. Don't look them lyrics up because you won't find them. Been that good. Been that good. Now we went from Church of God in Christ to Baptist. You see how we did that? You see how we did that? Get into it. Okay? Get into how fast we switched over. Denominations. See. When you've been in this walk for a long time, it don't matter what denomination they throw at you. You can switch over to all of them. Okay? Absolutely. Girl, we had cooked. I'm always cooking. I swear I'm ain't your mama, okay? Or ain't your auntie. I swear I'm ain't your auntie around there, girl. Auntie always cook, okay? This was my generation. We cook. I'm sorry. Well, let me speak for myself. Clock. Let me speak for myself because everybody in my generation ain't cooking. Okay, let's be for real. Some of y'all burn boiled water, so no shade, no tea. No shade, no tea. But I got a girlfriend that asked me if she could put a whole chicken in the microwave to thaw it out. I can't hear nobody. Huh? She was cooking dinner for her man, and she asked me if she could put her chicken in the microwave, a frozen chicken. Huh? Huh? See, you say what you want about them Chinese folks or whoever that was that released that bat salad around there that caused the COVID. Say what you want about them, but baby, if you put a frozen orange chicken, if you put a big nasty frozen, I'm glad she asked me over the phone and not in person, okay? Because if she would have had seen the look on my face, okay. No wonder these men don't want to eat our damn cooking. Look what they got to deal with. I couldn't believe that lady asked me, could she put that frozen chicken in the microwave? Girl, I should have told her, girl, I'll come cook for your man. But the devil is a bald head lie because I'm not coming to cook for your man. But you need a friend that's willing to cook for your man and then just leave and let him believe she did it, okay? Because she about to give you the salmonella, diabetes, every child. You gonna walk away with anxiety, all a car crash, swollen feet, everything when you eat that salmonella microwavable. Girl, ooh. Anyway, girl, what y'all been doing? But Auntie over here, Auntie gonna cook, okay? Auntie is going to cook that food, okay? If Auntie don't do nothing else around there, she gonna cook that food, girl. And Auntie had cooked that food. Auntie had cooked that food yesterday. Auntie had cooked that food today. But Auntie's still going outside. Child, y'all been seeing, okay, it's a lot going on, okay? Let me slow down. Because it really is a lot going on. I didn't sit up here and clean my makeup brushes. I have options now. I don't know if I'm going to let y'all be able to tell me something or not. Feeling kind of brand new on you 304s right now. I said it. I said I feel a little brand new because I didn't clean up all my makeup brushes. Okay. And don't talk about that. Ain't no big deal if you know you haven't cleaned your makeup brushes ever since you've been wearing makeup. If you have never, ever, ever taken the time to clean your makeup brushes, you have absolutely nothing to say to me because of my excitement on this Christmas. Now, if I keep talking, y'all gonna feel like, well, have you ever cleaned yours? Because you awfully excited. I don't know if I've ever taken the time, set time aside, and made sure every single brush was clean. No, I cannot say I've ever done that. But I did it now. So, okay. People sure be trying fire, babe. Baby, I'm fire, babe. Okay, don't try me. Don't try me. Okay, don't try me. Yes, let's contour this face, honey. I hate when I squirt this makeup out and it be flying on my walls and everything, girl. They be making me so mad. Oh Lord, is that the right color? Oh, uh-oh. We're a little orange. It's giving orange. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we doing anything right now? It's giving orange. All we're trying to do is just bring it in a little taste. We just tried to bring that in. Did I put too much? Because it looks a little orange. Oh, it looks a little orange, BabeNation. Uh-oh. Holy. Okay. It's giving clown. It's giving clown on Christmas. Okay. We're going to have to fix her. We're going to have to see. Oh, we're going to need a miracle on this live today. Okay. As she continues to put on the clown orange. As she continues to put on that clown orange. We're going to need a miracle today. See, sometimes you could walk right into the mistake and still keep walking. Okay? It's all right. We'll figure it out eventually. Eventually. Okay. Don't come for me. Okay? Put on me. See, I'm finna show y'all. I'm finna show y'all that y'all really don't know me like that. And you could laugh now. You could laugh now, but then you'll cry later. Okay? Laugh now, cry later. Okay? Get all your I hope you enjoy it. Okay, while you sit at home without the pressure of fixing their makeup on live with people watching them. Hope you're comfortable. Hope you're proud of yourself. Okay? You made it. You did that. Okay? Congrats to you. Okay? Congrats to you. But some of us take chances. Okay? And some of us are used to being talked about. So sorry, that's not you. Sorry. Okay. I don't know what the hell they want me to do. I've been gone too long for this foolishness. Okay. I'm not used to being scrutinized in this way. I'm not used to people coming at me like this no more. I'm not used to it. Girl, speaking of coming at people, oh, they finna unsubscribe from you today, Shalina. They are really finna unsubscribe when you start talking about this right here. Girl. Girl, the way they came at Nikki the Mirage, because she showed her tail up at Turning Point USA and got on stage with Erica Kirk and said some things. Girl, the way they came at Nicki Minaj, I said, oh, oh shit, shoot. Oh. Girl, the way they came at now this is a beautiful contour, whether you know it or not. Okay. So you could talk all you want. While you're talking, I'll be putting in that work. Okay. While you're talking and while you're gagged, I'll be putting in work. Okay. Girl, they came at Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj went on went to the Turning Point USA conference and made some comments. She said Donald Trump was dashing and handsome, and he the color of my forehead. Okay, let's be very clear. This forehead is in honor of Donald Trump. I honor him. Okay. But girl, Nicki Minaj went on there and said that your president is dead. She went on there and told some lies. Okay. Let's be now, Nicki. Okay. Let's be for real, Nicki Minaj. Okay. She said what is cute about Trump, Nicki? Please stop the cap. Okay. Just stop it. She know dang on well she was capping. Talking about like she could have left that out. She could have said something about like what he's doing for the economy or something. But to go on there and reference his looks and the man straight getting dragged for the way he looked was a gag. It gagged me. Like, girl, out of all the things you could have said, anyway. The people were they still are very upset with Nicki Minaj. And she also said that it's okay for boys to be boys. The people didn't like that either. They didn't like it. They didn't like that. Now over here on this channel, did she blend? This eye looked like she got popped. Over here on this channel, we keep it 100. Well, I keep it 100,000. Okay. Okay. Now, her fans are very upset with her. People in the LGBTQIA community are very upset with Nicki for saying that. They're upset with Nicki for saying that it's okay for boys to be boys. And that's the part I don't understand. We've talked about on this channel, I've literally discussed the war against simple creation. This has nothing to do with anybody's choice or how they were born. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. But we have spoken about and given clear examples about the war. I see it as a war against simple creation anytime. And because see, this stuff hasn't always been. This theology, this way of thinking has not always existed. And that's why we have recent laws to protect people in the community. I'm not saying people haven't been gay forever. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it hasn't been as widespread, as open, as accepted, given the respect, and all of that as it has more recently. Because when I was growing up, people were ashamed to come out. You never walked. When I was growing up, you never walked down the street and saw two women holding hands. You just never saw it. You never saw that. But nowadays it's common. It's nothing, But when I saw, and Nicki has made comments on both sides. She's criticized Trump before. And then, in another breath, she down with him, whatever. Okay. What I think is so interesting is that this is the part I find real interesting. Is that it be the same people that believe in the freedom of choice that will fight you when you exercise your freedom of choice. That's the part that be tripping me out. Like, regardless if I agree with what you agree with or not, I thought the whole point of all of these movements was the freedom to choose. Hey, everybody, Merry Christmas. Like, I thought the point of all of these movements, all of these legislations, and all of these discussions, I thought the point of all of these different movements, regardless if it was an LGBTQIA movement a women's rights movement, an abortion rights movement, whatever the movement was. I thought the point of all of the movements and the fact that we have even a judicial system and a voting system and all of that was a person's right to choose. Yeah, that's the part. That's the part I don't like. And they'll say, well, look at all of Trump's horrible policies. How could she align with somebody like Trump? Look at his policies. Look at what he's doing. He's throwing children in cages. He's, you can name a million things that you don't like about Trump. And I will not sit here and defend that either way. But what I will say is there is no perfect candidate. And we live in a time where you literally choosing the lesser of two evils when it's time to vote. You literally choosing the lesser of two evils. You got these people, you don't see or hear from them all for 3-4 years. As soon as it's time to vote, here they come. It's like, girl, what? But we supposed to automatically vote for them because we were taught that this is how you vote. But we all know you could, even in our real lives, there are people that you may not like everything about them. I don't think there's anybody that a person likes every single thing about them. None of these folks. I don't think there's any candidate that you could say you should align with this one because there is absolutely nothing fraudulent about them. There ain't nothing that ever made you look sideways at them. Now, I personally don't care for Trump. And me personally, I think Trump is fraudulent. I think I have a lot of spiritual beliefs about why I even think the man got elected as the president. So I personally don't like him. I think he's fraud. I think he was the least qualified person in American history to ever become the president of the United States. I think it's so unfortunate that there is absolutely nothing that is presidential about him. Nothing. The stuff that he writes on Twitter is such an embarrassment. And I've served this country, and all I will say is I'm glad I served under other presidents. That's all I'll say about that. But I think it's unfair to say I have the right to choose who I like, but you don't. So what is freedom of choice? Is freedom of choice only if I choose what you choose? If we agree on the choice, that's not freedom of choice. Now, another thing though, Nicki Minaj ain't even a U.S. citizen. So did she even vote? I think we sitting up here having conversations about people who don't even vote in our elections. Did Nicki Minaj even vote? But I understand her influence. That's not to minimize her influence on United States citizens. She ain't one. She still influences them, But regarding that statement, it's okay for a boy to be a boy. I apologize if I missed what was wrong with that. Just like it's okay for a girl to be a girl. Like I totally I'm missing it. I don't get it. I don't get what the uproar is because she said that. Like, have we truly gotten that far away from reality that we can't say it's okay for a boy to be a boy? What is that about? That's so weird to me. And how is that homophobic? I don't think she's saying trans people should not be trans. I think she's just giving an alternative. Like, I don't know. I guess when you reach that status, people expect you to just shut up and rap. shut up and sing. Because if you don't and they disagree with your political views, then they come for you, you know. I'm just not cut like that. I think everybody has a right to like whoever they like for whatever reason they like them. And that's not designated to a certain group. Like only y'all get to decide. And we all black, so we all gotta stay Democrats. Come on, man. I thought that way. This Nicki Minaj situation let me see that we still think like that. We're not a monolith. Black people don't think the same about it. Like, come on now. We don't think alike on everything. That's so weird. Like I thought we were over that, but when I saw this Nicki Minaj situation, I said, "Damn!" But they only do this to certain people. They only bully and harass certain people whose views don't align with theirs. Because they didn't do this to 50 Cent. They didn't do it to Snoop. Yeah, they got mad at Snoop Dogg, but child, Snoop Dogg right back outside. We not even talking about it like. Okay. And my thing is, out of all the things to finally hang your hat on when it comes to Nicki Minaj, that's gonna be it. Cause she went over there with Charlie Kirk's wife. That's the thing. Not what her husband did, not what she's done and the stuff she said about Megan Thee Stallion and Bigfoot lying on your dead mama and all that. Not none of that stuff. Not how she stole Lil Kim's whole swag and refused to give her any credit. She literally stole Lil Kim's whole swag and refused to get that lady and came like we weren't there. Like we didn't see the purple stars on the tits and the purple star on the Cuda area. We were there when Lil Kim was showing out, child. Um, So, and then not the fact that her husband can't go to Chuck E. Cheese, like can't go to a children's park. That's not what you're mad at. That didn't stop you from supporting her. But when you saw her over there with Charlie Kirk's wife, that was the thing. That was it. That was the last straw. Joe Budden said he's done. Okay. Joe Budden said he cannot. He's done with Nicki Minaj. And she could kick rocks. Okay. That's what Joe Budden has said, child. Child, so I guess the right to choice, the right to choose only exists if we agree. That's not the freaking right to choose. That's not how this I didn't know that's how this worked, but okay, girl. Okay. So I said, damn, Nikki. They said she trying to get her citizenship. They said Nikki trying to get her citizenship, and Nikki is trying to get her husband's record expunged and her brother's record expunged. And so this is why she's doing all this, and she already knows she's washed in the music industry. So this is why she's doing all this. Why do people care? That's the part I can't. That's the part I can't understand. Why do we care for real? That's the part I don't understand. Do we care that much for real about what some celebrity does and thinks? Does it ruin your day when your favorite celebrity, when you find out they voted for Trump, that just ruins your life? Why? What has that celebrity ever done for you? That celebrity don't even know your damn name and you on here crashing out because they voted or liked Trump. Come on, man. Child, I said, ooh, social media is trash. It's like one big brain. Everybody got to think alike. That's late, okay? Uh, uh, um, and they said, well, Trump and them, they racist. That's why Nicki shouldn't be over there with them, because they don't like black people, right? But haven't we been hearing from uh Charlie? Haven't we been hearing from a black woman, Candace Owens, about her bestie Charlie Kirk, which is the husband of the woman that Nicki Minaj was just with? Her husband had a black bestie. So are they racist or not? If Candace Owens was Charlie Kirk's best friend, I'm confused. See, I don't know. I don't know. And I keep saying I don't know, but I know. Okay. What I know is people want you to think like them, and they feel a ways when you don't. They actually get offended and take it personally when we grown as hell, and the only person you're responsible for is your damn self. And when you that caught up and worried about what everybody else doing, you 9 times out of 10 missing your own damn boat. Because I'm sure you could put your energy into something that makes more sense than what the hell Nicki Minaj doing. Those are rich people problems. Them folks rich. Be very clear. Them folks rich. That's a whole nother world. Them people gonna look out for each other. And you sitting your, I almost said your poor ass. We sitting our tails down here worried about them rich folks got going on. Come on, man. Come on. Ain't no telling what they got going on, okay? And then on another note, I do feel like Nicki Minaj doesn't feel protected. She didn't feel protected by the industry. Governor Newsom knew her house kept getting squatted. And she felt like nobody cared. Nobody was doing anything. She also felt like Jay-Z had defrauded her and she had nobody. And so maybe she felt like if I go on this side over here, I can get a little bit more respect, a little bit more protection. Okay. I could get some protection. I could get some respect, possibly. I don't know. But I do know them rich people problems, okay? And they ain't worried about our pole tails. So while we sitting there worried about them, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay. Now, anyway, on other news, this man, this fake prophet, Nicki lost 10 million subs and deleted her Instagram. But then she have 200 and something million. And I was waiting on some proof of that. I haven't seen any proof of that of that. I'm sure I'm sure she lost subscribers. I mean, people, followers, but she also gained some from being at that event. That could be another reason why she went. She got exposure with the MAGA audience. So them people that probably had never heard of her, after seeing her sit down with Erica Kirk, probably went right on her IG and hit follow. I don't know why she took it down. And truthfully, they said that she had been took her IG down back in November or something. October. They said she had taken her IG down before that. So I don't know. You can't believe everything you read. Okay? They'll make a headline, Nicki Minaj deletes her IG and loses 10 million followers, knowing you can't go verify it because it was taken down in October. Child, don't believe everything you read, especially on the damn internet. So JD Vance came out and said you no longer have to apologize for being white. Nicki Minaj said it too. That it's okay to be white with and accept your beauty as a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes. I agree. Thank you, Grace K. Thank you, Grace K. Merry Christmas. I agree. I believe we're all God's children. So yeah, nobody should feel bad if they white with blonde hair and blue eyes. But the question is, where is that even happening at? Where is that happening? haven't seen it happen. Have y'all recently seen white women get told that they don't belong or they get mistreated because they have blonde hair and blue eyes? I haven't seen, I ain't never heard of that. What I've heard is they get the best opportunities, especially in the entertainment world. Nicki Minaj should know this. She in that world. What I'm told is they get the best modeling gigs. They get paid more than darker women. That's what I was always expected to understand. So to hear Nicki Minaj say that it's okay to embrace your beauty, when have they not embraced their beauty? Victoria's Secrets, as she's been around for the last 20 years and watched Victoria's Secrets and other major model, like I'm trying to understand, what is she talking about? Where is that happening? I honestly don't know where that's even happening. Okay. Merry Christmas. Right. Who's doing that to white women? Now, here is my theory on why they running this narrative. Okay. I believe white folks are running this narrative that they are being mistreated. They don't feel comfortable in America being white. They have now almost like taking this victim role. White folks in America. It's like, wait, what? What a way to pull a switcheroo. Okay. What a way to pull a fast one, child. Now, according to like these white nationalists like J.D. Vance and Erica Kirknam, they were starting to feel that they couldn't exist in America because they were white and somehow something was wrong with that. So they were starting to feel a little insecure. See, what happened is the power structure had changed on them. And other races were outpacing them having babies. And they looked in the future and they said, oh my God, if we don't catch up, the white race is not going to be as dominant as far as in society. If we keep this up with all these outsiders, AKA immigrants, clock it. If we keep letting these immigrants and non-whites in America come in, and because see, they don't just come in, they come in and they show out. They come in and they work hard. They come in and they do better. They're not lazy. They come in and they put in that work. And they come in and they had them babies, and they have multiple babies, more babies than white women have it. Okay. So they looked at that and said, oh no, we could possibly become a minority. Well, the question is, what's wrong with that? Ain't that about a thank you, Jenny's front room. Merry Christmas. Ain't that about that white folks scared to be a minority? When we have been the minority since day one. Now they looking at that possibility like, oh no, we could never be that. You couldn't. You couldn't. Thank you. Hey, Champagne, honey. I said, not this is the movement, child. Ooh, they said we can't do it. We can't do that. Okay. But here is my theory on why they even doing this. Because y'all know it's delusional. And there is no war against white folks. Okay. They have waged war on folks. So it's really crazy for them to even try this victim stuff. Okay. To do this Jedi mind trick, girl, that we not falling for. But what I think happened, see, let's talk about Karen. Merry Christmas. Let's talk about Karen. You ain't heard this before because this is called Revelation. Okay? And I just caught it. Let's talk about old Karen. Karen, the one we've been catching on video, harassing people when they just sit in their cars or at the park feeding the birds or with their kids or trying to walk into their neighborhood or go home or pull into their residence. And then there is the Karen. And this stuff, Karen, it wasn't like Karen was only cutting up in Ohio. This was all over the United States, where you got a swarm, thousands and thousands of videos out there of Karen cutting up. Are we tracking? Are we tracking that Karen is a spirit? What kind of spirit is old Karen? Karen is a territorial, harassing, monitoring, racist spirit. That's why you could catch Karen in Ohio, in Atlanta, in Chicago. It didn't matter that, because it's a spirit. And so I feel like when we got all these videos, public evidence of these racist white women that we coined Karen, I feel it really damaged them. Because, see, they've been carrying on like this. But it's something about when you can name something, when you name it and you coin it, and you're able to see the patterns, then you're able to say, oh, yeah, that's a spirit. They all do the same thing. They all monitor. They all harass. All of them racist. Like, they all do the same. They all bullies. They all do the same. And they all play victim. That's what a Karen spirit is. Absolutely. And I feel like that did a number on them. Every white woman know when you call her Karen, they know exactly what you're talking about. They no longer were seen as the soccer mom, the harmless woman in the van with the yellow bob. They were no longer seen as that. They were seen as people out looking for trouble, out looking to get people put in jail, out physically assaulting people. And that was just the women that were that emboldened. We hadn't even got to the men. We were catching their wives, their sisters, their nieces on camera cutting the rug. And this is what they've always done. But I think to get those visuals and see that spirit in action really did a number on them. And then they've started to feel insecure about that. I really believe that. There's this guy on Instagram that has completely flipped the script. Something is wrong with him. Okay. He does stuff like when he walked past a group of white women, he hurry up and grabs his bag. Now, he black. But when he walks past them, he hurry up and grabs his bag like they gonna rob him. He big and black. Okay. When he walking past white women, or when he going in his building and he sees them, he asks them, do y'all live in this building? He has completely flipped. And when I tell you, they get so uncomfortable. Like, who this ninja think he is? Asking us anything. But y'all do that to us, though. Exactly, the audacity. But see, for you, it's your right. But when we do it, it's audacious. How does this work? That's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. Okay. So I think they got exposed in a lot of ways. Sorry, not sorry, we didn't do it. Okay. We didn't do it to y'all. Y'all did it. Anyway, also something I've been tracking. This prophet, fake prophet, child. They out here, they come a dime a dozen. You got to be careful with your For You page. Like, if you're going through something, YouTube, Instagram will bring up videos that's related to exactly what you're going through. And you will be sitting up thinking God talking to you. No, boo-boo, that's just your algorithm. No. We're going to use wisdom. That's your algorithm. All that, I don't know who this is for, the devil is a lie. As soon as somebody start a video with, I don't know who this is for, click, 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 click. You should see how fast I try to click. You don't know who it's for? Well, why you talking here? Shut up. When the Lord went to the grave, Did he say, I don't know who this is for, but come forth? No, he didn't, because the whole graveyard would have stood up. Whew, I felt that. I said, when the Lord went to the grave to raise who? Lazarus. He said, he called him by his name. He said, Lazarus, come forth. He better have said his name. He better have, because they would have had a zombie apocalypse. Martin Luther King didn't even exist back then, but baby, everybody would have risen. Alexander the Great, child Job, everybody in the Old Testament would have got up. Anyway, so that's why when they start their videos, well, I don't know who this is for, but the Lord said, get that voodoo on up out of here, okay? Get that voodoo on up out of here, because when the Lord is talking, you know exactly who it's for. Get on up out of here. That's the algorithm. And see, what I'm learning about these fake prophets on this internet, you could tell when they had a breakup with a man, because the Lord told them that everybody who betrayed you gonna suffer. Then the next video gonna be something like, he found out the grass wasn't greener. Then the next video is he's thinking about reaching out. Girl, don't let these videos play with you. That is just the algorithm. If you say pizza right now and go on Instagram, you're gonna see a pizza commercial. That's all it is. They've been reading your text messages, listening to your phone conversations. It's not that deep. It's not the Lord talking. Don't let the devil fool you and have you confused talking about, and then the next video talking about he wants you to reach out to him first, and then you over there writing paragraphs. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. So we got a fake prophet on the loose that told these folks that the Lord was coming back today. Okay. Ooh, girl, he had 300,000 people travel to him because he was over there. I think he had built 8 arks. Even though the Bible clearly says, I will not destroy the earth with water, but fire next time. So there will not be no grand flood to destroy the earth. We literally know that because of the Bible and the rainbow. God gave us the rainbow as the promise that he will not destroy the earth with water. But let this fake prophet, because he knows folks don't read their Bible and people don't have a relationship with the Lord themselves, and they believe whatever somebody on the internet tells them. He convinced 300,000 people to leave their homes, sell their belongings, and travel to him to get on his ark. When all them people got there, wasn't even enough room for them to get on no ark. They would have sank the ship. Hey, Stink, I'll be off in a minute. You get ready? Get ready, girl. And then girl told them people to go home. He told 300,000 people go home because now it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas. And they waiting on the Lord. Okay. Now the Bible also says no man knows the day nor the hour, not even the angels. So how did he think God told him that? How did he think? And so since the Lord didn't flood the earth today, he told them folks to go home because he prayed and fasted and the Lord gave him more time. If these folks don't stop playing with Jesus, if these folks don't stop playing with the Lord, okay? If they don't stop lying, they be lying. It's one thing to lie, but why you gotta lie in the name of the Lord? They don't think they don't think the Lord gonna beat the hell out of them for this. It's not funny. Listen. I don't care what my position is in heaven. I just want to go. Okay. Now I would love to sing in the heavenly choir. Okay. I would love to get up there and start frying fish. I would love that for me. Okay. I would love that for me. But even if I don't get a crown, if I just get a little piece of headband or a little bonnet, because I didn't make the crown, or a little rubber band to go across my head, whatever, I don't care as long as I make it in there. Okay. All of these folks that play these crackhead games and say the Lord said something that he didn't say. The Lord said, come up here and give me $1,000. And I'm going to make you where that liar? Where that liar? Where's the liar? Where that liar that said, come up here? Where that prophet? Where that girl was a prophet, told them people, come up here and give me $1,000 and I'm going to make you a multimillionaire. This how the Lord going to be chasing their ass around heaven with that bell. Hold on. Let me tell you something. They better stop lying on the Lord, okay? This man came out and said the Lord told him that you got 90 seconds to get up here and give me $10,000 and I'm going to make you a multimillionaire. Let me show you what the Lord going to do to him when he get his ass in heaven with that bull-ish, okay? He going to bend him over. And he going to wear his money. Why you been? I told you. Next fake pastor step on. This what the Bible, he said you're going to be whipped with many stripes. I didn't say it. This is what the Lord has said. Okay. The Lord said he going to whip you with many stripes. I'm sorry, baby. Okay. I only whoop you because I love you. Lil ain't looking at me. Only after you toys that, only whoop you because I love you. Okay. But these fake pastors, they come and they discourage people from wanting to walk with the Lord because they stay lying on the Lord. So that that man that told them folks the Lord was coming back today, girl, bought him a brand new $90,000 car from the donations that he lied and got from them folks. Ooh. I don't have it to do, okay? It ain't never been that serious, okay? These folks are bold. They be like Bishop Whitehead scammed his church member out of $90,000, an old lady. Let me tell you something, and it's just the facts. It's way more fake-ish out here than they'll ever be real. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. I would even venture to say this ish is 95% fakeamus and 5% real in this earth, in this world. I really, when it comes to these pastors, when it comes to these politicians, when it comes to all this stuff, this ish is not about 95% fakeamus and 5% real. I really believe that because there's so much fake-ish. You go to these churches, they all do it. Like today, Christmas, they didn't have services today. Bring Jesus a present. Where he at then? See, they want to send me back to the mental institution because I want to know where he at. Is he coming to get it? If I got to give the Lord a present for his birthday today, and it's got to be cash, I guess he don't like birthday cake. Okay, ain't it amazing? It's Jesus' birthday, but they don't want you to buy him no cake. Why? Because he ain't there to eat it. So if he ain't here to eat this cake, then how was he here to spend this money that you asking me to give him for his birthday? What if I want to buy Jesus some Balenciagas for his birthday? What if I want to make him something to eat for his birthday, Pastor? Talking about it's Jesus' birthday, give Jesus a gift. Okay. You mean to tell me it's got to be cash? Get your fraudulent. Get and the cash that's for Jesus' birthday is just so happen to end up in your child's college fund. I got it. The pastor's kids is Jesus. That's what it is, y'all. They didn't tell us that. That was the small detail. That was the small detail the pastor forgot. Because every time you give money to Jesus, it's going in his kit for his wife and his kids. He forgot to tell us that his kids was Jesus. Yes. Okay. Yes. And this is why I sit at home and I worship the Lord at home. I got a Bible and I read it. Okay. And I try to live my life in a way so when the Lord returns, I don't take off running in the opposite direction. I try to live my life in a way when the Lord come back, I don't got to put out no blunts. You ain't going to have time to put your weed out when he cracked the sky. Okay, I'm sorry to tell you. That's Zah. You don't want him to show up and you in the middle of a session. Absolutely. Some of y'all gonna be in the middle of a nasty piece of session when the Lord. It's not funny. I would advise you to stop. I would advise you to stop while you ahead. Some of y'all gonna be knee deep in some tail. Ooh. I would advise you to stop. I would hate for you to be caught with your pants down. Ooh, I would hate for the Lord to catch you with your pants. Unless you married, of course. Okay. If you married, you don't gotta stop. Just keep on going. Tell them to come back and get you. Be like, hold on, Lord, can you double back? Yes, come back in 5 minutes. Yes. But I wouldn't want to be no preacher. That's too much responsibility. And what if you mean well, but still got it wrong? Like, what if your theology is off? Like, for example, there are some pastors that believe that if you are in a moment of weakness and you take your life, God forgives you and you can still go to heaven. And then there are some other preachers that teach if you commit suicide, then that's an automatic hell. So who's right and who's wrong? And what if you happen to be that pastor that got that wrong and you got all these people following you, and because you said they could still go to heaven, they feel like, oh, okay then, I'm done with this here. Like, I think that's a huge responsibility to be somebody's pastor. And then to be a scamming pastor. Ooh. Anyway, child, I love you guys. Thank you guys for spending time with me as I got ready to head out. I'm going to put on my clothes. What's this right here? What's that right there? I can't tell what that is right there. I'm finna go put on my clothes. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I pray that during this live I did not offend you. Okay. But I think people just gotta grow up and realize we're not gonna agree on everything, and that don't make somebody a bad person. If somebody vote Republican, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. That's just me. Because I'm gonna do what I want. Okay. Let me say this. Let me say this before I go. The reason I'm so easy to accept other people doing what they want, because baby, I'm one of them. Maybe that's what it is. I'm very accepted. I don't give a, when I tell you I don't care what somebody else has got going on, I honest to God could care freaking less. Not because I don't care about the person, but I'm too focused on what I have going on. Okay. I don't have time to be that deep and invested in what you got going on, because then I'm going to miss out on what I'm supposed to be doing. I had a kid finna go to high school. I got to stay focused. These years are serious around here. Okay. Can y'all believe Leah finna go to high school? Can y'all believe Leah finna go to little Leah finna go to high school? So I'm busy. Okay. So I don't have time to be sitting around here hating and worried about what somebody else doing. I don't give a run. So maybe, and then I'm gonna do what I want to do. So maybe that's why when it comes to other people, I don't scrutinize them for doing exactly what they want to do. I'm with that. I'm with all that. Okay. Shout out to the nation. I love y'all. I missed y'all. Have a Merry Christmas. I could not let this day go by and not come on here and say hi. I'll say it again. I could not let this day go by and not come on here and say hi. Sending y'all my love. I'll call y'all back. Peace.